Okay, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim or tuning to these videos. So I wanted to go into this thing briefly. It's this video that was posted. I'm not going to play the video, but I might not even get a strike from it because it's pretty much the video is a bunch of so-called black women, and they're twerking and dancing on the stripper pole, and it's pretty much it's to entice people to get people to go to the polls and vote. So the person who posted this on their Instagram, you can see right here, Tariq Light. He says that the white Democrats put this together to appeal to black voters instead of talking about our tangibles. This is what they think that will appeal to us. So it's pretty much it's a pretty low, degrading video. But the premise is, to get so-called black people to vote. You see, get your booty to the polls. You see the black woman over here leading the nation, showing them to vote. All right, so I just want to go into this, briefly, on the topic of voting. Because here at Great Millstone, we teach that we're not supposed to vote. Because we seek a kingdom to come, and we know that whoever we're gonna vote is pretty much, they're already how you say, they're working for the elites. It's not really by chance. It's not that these people are elected, but rather that these people are selected. So in the scriptures, it pretty much says that this is not a thing that we're supposed to be doing. So the first precept I'm going to read is Exodus 23 verse 2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." So what you got right now in the presidential election, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I hear this a lot, at work, family gatherings, or wherever people are talking about the politics. They're going to say that they're going to vote for Joe Biden because he's the lesser of two evils. Albeit, he sniffs little kids and this and that. He's the lesser of two evils. And then you got on the other hand, the so-called right wing. People are going to say that they're going to vote for Trump because he's the lesser of two evils. So which one is it? But ultimately, they're following a multitude to do evil nonetheless, whether it be less evil or greater. The scriptures pretty much lay down the fact that we're not supposed to follow a multitude to do evil, and none of those people on the ballots are pretty much selected there by the Lord. All those people is to pretty much to give you that illusion that you have an option, that you have a say in the matter. And you're here in this captivity here in America, Babylon. This pretty much is just a dog and pony show to distract you from actual things, and it's also to get people to have a smiling face when they go to work, because they think they followed a multitude to do good, but but everyone's saying it too, is that they're going to vote for so and so because he's the lesser of two evil. But I'm not going to vote. I'm going to pray that Yahweh Shai returns, because I know that's a fact, that he's going to return and set the righteous judge as the rulers of the universe. None of this voting stuff. And, it's not up to the masses of the people. Because if you're voting for somebody, you're putting your ballots next to witches and warlocks and sodomites and people who are pretty much going to take that RFID microchip. So ultimately, we're not supposed to be voting, but rather we're supposed to pray and hasten the day that Yahweh Shai, our king, returns. Because we have a king. We don't have a politician or whatever that represents us. We have a king. His name is Yahweh Shai. Alright, so I want to read this too. And it goes into the whole idea of voting and having other people rule over us. And this is in Deuteronomy 17 verse 14. It says, "When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me." So this has been pretty much a prelude to what was going to happen, because eventually, Saul was the king of the nation of Israel, and then it became, was King David was after that, because the Lord selected King David, to rule, his house. But continue on in verse 15. It says, "Thou shalt in any wise set him a king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose, One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So with these two people, and if you know the scriptures, if you're in this ministry, it's not a hard thing to comprehend that these two people who are who are running for the presidency are Edomites, our sworn enemy, the Lord's sworn enemy. They're the red devil that the Bible speaks of, and so the scriptures here in Deuteronomy, it says that we're not supposed to elect a person that isn't from our family, that it says not of our brothers to rule over us. I'm going to read this again. Verse 15 says, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. So it doesn't matter how much shoe or flair that Kamala Harris has. She's not a Hebrew Israelite. As of right now, there's no proof that she is. So she ain't she's not pretty much going to set to be a ruler over anybody. Then even then, with Joe Biden and Donald Trump, those are Edomites, through and through. And there's no denying that fact. And they're over here trying to pander to us with this voting thing, trying to get the so-called black vote, because they know how to get them. Because people are saying this is like this person says is really offensive, but once again, it says that they think that the black people are gullible and uneducated. Well, I got news for you, sister. They are. This is actually going to fulfill its cause. It's going to get people to actually vote. It's not working as it would have if it wasn't the last days, because Esau's magic is waning. It's starting to lose its power. So this video or whatever he's doing, like Donald Trump took a picture with the taco bowl or whatever, ultimately the elect of the nation of Israel are going to depart from this wicked society. We're not taking any part of this voting or picking sides or whatever. What we're doing is we're teaching the nation, who we are, and telling them, to prepare for the return of Yahushua, our King. All right, so I'm going to read it one more time. It says, Deuteronomy 17:15, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So it doesn't matter how much pandering they do. They ain't our brother. All right, so now going into, our people, because our people, they're a lost cause here in Babylon. Only the elect is going to be delivered. And the rest, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to die of the way of the sword, or the famine, or the nukes. But so this is a precept, to that, because right now we're in a dead state. And in Isaiah 3 verse 12 it says, As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which led thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. So women are heading the charge in this this path of wickedness. Because the scriptures also say that that our daughters aren't supposed to be whores, pretty much. And this video is nothing but whoredoms. And it's not just these sisters in this video. It's the whole nation. There ain't one good woman. Just like how King Solomon says, out of all these women, none of them are righteous. But right now, since we're in this dead state, women and children rule over us. Women being the so-called black women, and children being Esau. Because he's our older brother in a sense, but then he's got the mind of a child, and he's doing all these things to pretty much continue and further put us in captivity, and put us in death states, pretty much. Making people go to vote as if that's going to make a difference. All right, so I'm going to read it again. It's Isaiah 3 verse 12. It says, As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. So this is like the Pied Pipers, getting all the people to follow them to their damnation, as opposed to what we're doing. We're on the highways and hedges, singing this new song, and only the 144,000 are going to listen to it and tune into it. but the rest of them, they're following a multitude to do evil. All right, and then Israelite women, they're playing the harlot. This is their chance to play the harlot, and they're doing a good job at it. All right, so another precept I have is Jeremiah 4 verse 22. It says, "For my people is foolish; they have not known me; they are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." So you would think that this video would be like a pro-black, get to the polls and vote, infomercial, but ultimately, they ain't gonna have a well-spoken Israelite so-called black woman, speaking in this video. All they're gonna do is, do what they know how to do, because they're wise to do evil, is to become to be harlots, being harlots for the so-called white man nonetheless. Because this video, they're gonna tell you to vote, whatever, but they're gonna try to make you vote for either lesser evil 1 or lesser evil 2. All right, and then the last precept I have here, just to reiterate, that, here in this ministry of Great Millstone, we don't vote, because we know that, Yahweh Shai is our king and he's about to return. And he's going to set us as rulers of the universe as well. As we're going to be joint heirs in this kingdom of heaven that's about to happen. And this is Hebrews 13 verse 14. It says, "For here we have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come." So that's a precept you want to meditate on. When a person talks about voting, you could think of these precepts that I read about in this lesson. So that's the end of this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash, and Shalom Akim.